All right, today's what's known as a rework day. We're going to take this engine and trans back out. It's okay. I thought that might have to happen. I was hoping I could wing it where the fuel lines were, but I got to do some changes down there because it's just not cool. I can't live with that. I'd lose sleep every day after this thing's reassembled if I don't address the proximity of the fuel line to where the header exits. And we'll go into there and show that on here in just a second. First, I want to talk about this distributor and how much better this little MSD or Holley thing is rather than the OEM monster. This thing's huge. And that was causing interference with the throttle bodies. I think I'm still going to space it to get some space between here, even though that does clear. I just don't like the idea of a braided line that close to the cap. So I think I'm still going to pick this up some amount. But that distributor is so much better. It should have just come that way. Anyway, fuel lines. I spent a lot of time trying to make this look nice where it comes up from underneath the car. I'm not completely mounted there, as you can see, but I've got all of it organized, brake lines and the fuel and the fuel return, the carbon canister, all of that's there. The issue is down there, and I'm going to go under there in a second. But I also have an issue with doing my splicing here because any leak that occurs here is going to run down these tubes, and as soon as it turns the corner under the car, it's going to drip, and that's exactly where the header outlet is. So let's look at that. Okay, now we're under here. Try to see what I can do about the light. But so you can see where the OEM lines run under here and turn and go to that corner of the car, and then you can see how closely they run. I'll try and hold this. And I probably should have paid more attention to this when it was together the first time, but I had a lot of other stuff in my mind. I thought when I get to here, I'll just wing it. And now that I've seen it, it's not really something I'm willing to let go. There looks like there's about 3/8 of an inch between that flange and the fuel lines, and so something's got to give. Put this down. So my initial thought is I'm going to come back here and cut all of this here and splice it, and maybe even flip the line over and run it up into the tunnel, and then start poking holes in my beautiful heat shielding, and then just come up into the corner up there and come out and run over there. I'm not sure. Don't have an answer yet. Also thought about drilling a hole here and going in. There's a double layer in here somewhere. I'd have to find it, but drilling through that and coming up out there. Might be over here. That'd be better. And then I'd have to change the line back there. I'm really leaning toward going up into the trans tunnel. But anyway, this thing's coming out, and that's going to give me a chance to fix one more thing that went wrong, which was I didn't have the plate. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just holding the phone out here. I didn't have the plate between the engine and the trans because I was too excited and not working methodically. And so you can see the flywheel, so that's not going to work either. Also, I can get over here. You can see where I shortened the pan an inch, and it's no longer underneath the cross member. It's basically flush with it. So this bell housing for the trans is now the lowest point on the car and is effectively a shovel when it doesn't have the plate between them. So that's got to happen. But I would have made a plate to do that job had I left all this in here. But it's coming apart to fix this, and I'll figure it out and take a picture of it.